With E3 so close, I wanted to talk about what RPGs we could see making an appearance at this year's E3. Now, I gotta say, we have to keep our hype levels at a minimum. Too many times I've been let down from huge E3 hype, but not this time. Actually, yeah, I probably will be. One of the first games I think we'll see is gonna be from the Microsoft show, and that's gonna be Obsidian Entertainment's Avowed. We first saw Avowed in 2020, and the Pillar of Eternity world-centered Elder Scrolls-like RPG really made a splash among RPG fans. Avowed would become one of the first-party titles Microsoft would be talking about in their new effort to really give them some stick in the RPG world. With another year gone by, Obsidian should really be able to pull off some in-game footage by now. At the very least, we'll get a trailer of the story, with a release date, which personally I don't think will be until 2022. Avowed is pretty high up there on my wish list for games, and I really hope Obsidian won't disappoint. And as a quick bonus from Obsidian, there are rumors we could also see an Outer Worlds 2 teaser, and that kind of makes sense. The first Outer Worlds did really well with the players, and I could see Microsoft wanting to push a sequel. Future Kai here, I totally forgot to add Fable to the list. I don't know how it slipped my mind considering it's one of my favorite games, but the Playground's Forza Horizon maker is probably maybe gonna show us some gameplay this year. I highly doubt it though because I think it still has a 2022 release date, but at the bare minimum I think we'll just get a trailer. I mean, it's better than the teaser we got last time, and maybe it'll give us some setting of the story and what it's actually about. Now, back to the video. The next game I think we'll be seeing is gonna be during the Summer Games Fest show, which is right before E3, and it also has huge hype around it. And this is going to be WB's Hogwarts Legacy, which is developed by Avalanche Games. Hogwarts Legacy was delayed this year, which isn't really shocking news, as there would be many games delayed this year because of the pandemic, and yeah, that. I grew up a Harry Potter fan, and being able to play as a wizard is something I've dreamed of in my entire life. Now, about what I think we'll get from the show, I think it'll kind of be the same as Avowed, an updated trailer showing some of the new areas that we've never seen before. I do think they'll show a release date though. Since the game's been delayed, it could come out this year. I think a 2022 release date would be kind of pushing it, but I think everyone would accept it if that did happen. And it's definitely going to be released during a holiday. There is no way that a Harry Potter game doesn't get released during November. I just need them to show me Hogwarts and I'm sold. It's really that easy. Are you excited for Hogwarts Legacy? Let me know down below. Coming in third before the next big two games, I believe we could see some more new info on Elder Scrolls 6. I think fans of the series will really take any grain of info on the game at this point, even if it's like a 10-second teaser with more info. Nothing is really known about the game at all, really. The last time we got news was back in 2018, so it's really been about 3 years. With Microsoft buying Bethesda, it kind of makes sense that they would throw everything on the table this E3 and really come out swinging. But we do know that Elder Scrolls 6 won't come out before Starfield, we know that much. And speaking of Starfield, which is going to be the next game on the list, I really think we're going to finally see this game at this E3. I do hope they take some time to explain what Starfield actually is though. Is it Mass Effect-y, or is it more No Man's Sky? Or is it just going to be Skyrim in space? There's a lot of nothing that we know about Starfield, and I think this year is really going to be the year where they go all in on it. Starfield is amongst the biggest RPG games that's being created. Bethesda hasn't made a new IP in ever, so getting a new setting from them is gonna be insane. Microsoft could really do well this year if they show their big hitting games. And a whole Starfield segment announcing that the game is gonna be a Microsoft exclusive will just do that. And please be ready for it, because Starfield will be an exclusive to Microsoft. You don't spend almost $8 billion for it not to be. But if you disagree, let me know down below. And finally, the last RPG on the list, and the most elusive, is going to be none other than From Software's Elden Ring. Yes, the Hidetaka Miyazaki and George R.R. Martin mashup. Recently, Jeff Grubb shared a tweet with a cryptic message of 8 days, which would be June 10th at the time of the tweet. That is the day of the Summer Games Fest. Jeff Cayley, the host of the Summer Games Fest, shared a photo of a ring of a fire eclipse. It really has to happen this year. We should be getting maybe a trailer at least, or some information that it's actually real. But with these two tweets, I think it's finally cemented that we actually will get some Elden Ring info this year. Elden Ring could really steal the show this year, even if it's only like 2 minutes of information. I think at this point, people just want to know that the game is real. If all these games make an appearance, I really think this E3 would be the best year for RPGs. These are arguably the most anticipated games. Well, for me anyways. And if Microsoft shows their hand, it could be a huge W for them this year to get some respect in the RPG area. I'm extremely hyped for these games to finally get some media coverage or just updates that they exist. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button as it helps the channel out. And let me know down below what you think about this upcoming E3 event. And until next time, peace.